Hello, everyone.
Howdy.
It's William and Andrew here from Allegory Gallery, and we are at Star Cottage Studio again today. This is our jewelry workshop and bead room and filming studio located here in Ligonier, Pennsylvania. And we have lots of Czech glass for you today.
Lots. I'm only going to be halfway here.
Andrew has work to do.
I have some deadlines.
He's leaving us today.
Well, kind of. I'll be in the other room.
But
in and out.
So that we can actually maybe eat at a reasonable hour, he has to go do his work.
Correct, because otherwise we're going to be here until 2 o'clock in the morning.
No.
You don't want to stay that late?
No.
Maybe we'll
I had a rough
cats.
time mowing today. It was a long mowing session. It took 4 batteries to mow the lawn and finish that up, and I mowed half of it yesterday. So it's a long time. It's a long time. And then we got ready for the live. We're doing some enameling stuff.
Doing some
tests. Lots of stuff happening today. Let's say hi to the people who are here with us. If you're here, put in the comments. Say hi. Hello, Marianne.
If you're on the Patreon, then you can see some of the stuff I got up to today.
You already posted?
Of course.
Of course. So if you're on the Patreon, check that out. If you have no idea what we're talking about, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/StarCottageStudio, and you can check it out there. Marianne is here. Hello, Marianne. Cheryl is with us. Hello, Cheryl. Norma is joining in, as is Danette. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. Danette said I picked up pizza for dinner. We picked up supplies to make some kind of lo mein.
We'll see.
We'll see. We're not using lo mein noodles, though. So can you call it lo mein? Maybe just stir fry? I don't know.
Noodles.
I don't know.
I love a good egg noodle.
Yeah, we got egg noodles to make all this. We got like mushrooms, and I got baby corn, and I got water chestnuts and bean sprouts and green onions, and we have carrots. And did I get celery? No, I should have, but it wasn't on the list. Missed the celery. We got garlic, we got ginger, we got snow peas, got all this stuff to make stir fry. And instead of putting it with like lo mein noodles, we're putting it with egg noodles.
We'll report back how it works out.
Because we both love egg noodles.
And we both love lo mein.
Yeah.
So it's like...
So we're going to see...
We're going to do a mashup.
How this goes. Sandra is here. Marianne says, don't you just love the June flush? What June flush?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
It's not June yet.
It's not June yet. Danette says snow peas, yummy. I think they're actually snap peas because I couldn't find any snow peas in the grocery store.
So that means you have to behead them.
No, they're frozen.
Oh.
It's already done.
Oh, good.
I got the quick one. I'm not doing that.
You don't want to shell peas?
No, thank you. No, snap peas, you can eat the cases.
I know, but isn't there like a little hard nubbin?
Usually the hard nubbin. That's taken care of in the frozen section. So we got that.
No wonder why you can't find any snow peas.
No, none.
So we'll see.
All that grass growing. Oh, yes. It's been growing through May because Marianne, we've been working on the store and we haven't mowed it in like 2 weeks. So it's been the May rush, not even the June rush yet. But our neighbors mowed like a week ago and theirs hasn't grown very much. So I think maybe it's not growing as fast anymore. We'll see.
It's been raining like every day.
I know.
I think as long as you stay on top of it.
Now that our store is open, it should be easier to stay on top of.
We still have tons of work. I kind of feel bad that we didn't go over today.
We can't make it there every day. It would be nice, but logistically.
I know, with all my deadlines,
it's not going to happen.
It would be hard to do that.
Yeah.
But I do want to get that planter painted, hang up some more of the stuff on the pegboard. We have to install. I know some people like, oh, aren't you relieved it's done? And I was like, it's not done yet.
It's not done. Not anywhere near done.
No. We have so many boxes to unpack, rearrange stuff. Everything.
We still have boxes to take up.
There were things that was kind of like how you call put out as quickly as possible.
Yes.
So there's a lot of work that we still have to do, like organizing and getting the flow right.
Yeah.
Because I've noticed some spots in the store are dead spots, like behind the one counter, is people just don't go back there. They go back there to look at the fridge, but they don't really like hang out.
Well, there's also a ton of boxes back there.
I know, but still.
Those girls went back there and were digging through all the boxes we haven't emptied yet. So they were back there doing it.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. But we do have a dead spot right behind our heads on the counter, our checkout counter. We don't have anything on the wall. I got to make some stencils, some stuff on the Cricut.
Command strips.
And we need command strips.
For the mask.
Even though command strips for me never seem to work.
Well, I'll do it.
You heard it here, folks.
I mean, you have to buy them.
Nancy said, it is done isn't something that happens in a bead store. It is done isn't something. No.
No.
It does not. Especially one that just had a soft opening.
Yeah, we're going to be busy up until the grand opening.
Michelle is here. Says watching on my TV. Thank you. Yeah.
It's going to be a big push to get everything ready for that.
Yeah. Another big push.
Mm-hmm. But hopefully we don't let it the week before. You know, I'm going to be gone a lot, so we have to plan it accordingly.
He's like, William, you have to go do a lot of stuff.
Correct.
Is what he's saying.
And that's all. Yes, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We're going to have to keep hustling.
Danette says we mowed less than a week ago, and it looked like it needed mowed 3 days later. I doubt it looked like hours, though. Ours was literally the grass was going to seed. I was snorchy and sniffly and runny nose because my hay fever had kicked up so much from how tall our grass was. We've got thistles out there that are like gigantic. I know, but they're like populating where the I want to say dahlias, that's not the right flower. Daffodils were. So now it's all thistles in there. Thick, big, thick thistles.
Those are hard to pull.
I know that. That's why I have not pulled them.
One Gypsy Chick is watching.
Thank you so much for watching on Instagram.
Jill DP32 is watching. And Jen's watching.
Oh, Jen's out there. Thank you for watching.
Looks great, though.
Thanks. Yeah, so we have Instagram going on the other computer so that we can stream to Instagram. Unfortunately for all you Instagrammers, once Andrew goes to do his work, I'm not going to be able to see the Instagram. Can't see the gram.
I might be able to drag my work over here.
So we'll see if that works.
I just won't be able to touch anything because my hands are going to be dirty.
Yeah, but you can at least call out maybe. But if not, at least we're streaming over there. We may not be able to interact with you as much. I wish they built it in so I could see it over here, but I know that's an Instagram thing. Sandra says, well, my last day at work is Monday. Kind of depressed about that. They didn't kind of depressed about it that they didn't value work. I know I should be excited. Sigh. It's all exciting. Just let it be. Mm-hmm. Just let it be. You're going to be moving on.
You can't control how other people react, only how you react.
Right. And you are moving on to better things.
Onwards and upwards, yo.
Onwards and upwards. Don't worry about the rest of it.
Who knows? Maybe they'll crash and burn after you leave.
You never know.
Not to be vengeful like that, but, you know.
But we're a little vengeful like that sometimes. Everybody has that in them sometimes, I think.
I'm working on it.
Andrew more than others sometimes.
I know. Like, oh my gosh, my generational trauma is to right the wrongs.
Right. Susan is here. Hello, Susan. So yeah, today was mostly a yard day for me. I was out in the yard. I did some grocery shopping. multiple places, multiple times. Andrew's been working on enameling. We're doing some testing on enameling. That's on the Patreon. So if you have not checked that out, go to patreon.com/StarCottageStudio. Some of it's free that you can watch and read about what's happening to us. Some you have to sign up. I think it's $3, $8, and $12, I think are our levels that you can sign up for. Pretty easy.
If you pay that, it's all pretty much the same.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what level you pay at. Andrew, he mostly does it, and he does not segregate the different levels. It's all like how much you want to help us out. You're going to get pretty much, to try and do 3 different levels of gifts or prizes, whatever they call it, that we give. No, it's all just, if you pay a little bit, even the $3, you're going to get it. The $12, you're going to get it. $8, you're going to get it. Pretty much the same thing. It's just how much you want to help us out each month. And we figure we didn't go higher than $12 because we figure that's like a few Starbucks, right? Just a few, maybe 2.5 Starbucks. And so that's enough, right, per month. And if you only have $3 a month, you can do it for $3 a month. It all helps. It all helps. It helps us improve things here at the cottage. That's usually where that money goes to. We use that money to fix up something here, or we keep that money kind of rolling over month after month until we have a bigger project that we want to apply that money to. Teresa says, I love the Patreon. Thank you. Susie is here, says, hi, AGB fam. Thank you so much, Susie, for joining us. So today we're not going to talk too much in the beginning because we have a lot of lots. We left off on 35 yesterday. We're going to go up to 110 today.
Did you call me?
No.
I heard it got loud.
No. Wasn't calling you.
I did hear a gun.
Don't know. Didn't hear that either.
Somebody must be firing something.
Must be over in your area.
Great.
Marion says, I rarely patronize Starbucks. Too expensive. Yeah. Give us the money instead. Join the Patreon. No, but yeah, we don't go to Starbucks very often.
Already on the Patreon.
I know she is. Yeah, we don't go to Starbucks very much either. Once in a while to treat ourselves.
Or if that's the only option.
Or if it's the only option. That's sometimes the case.
Guess what? If I don't get the coffee, it's not going to be good times for anybody.
Yeah, especially like on a road trip. A lot of the pull-offs only have Starbucks. So.
And I can't be drinking no dirty water or coffee. That's
dirty water coffee. Sandra says, I know William and Andrew. I've been there 14 years. I guess it's hard to move on. Didn't expect this. Yeah, I get it. I get it. When my workplace burned down, that was a big thing. There are some emotional things attached to that, right? But again, try to focus on the good. Try to focus on the good. Norma says,
who does that hurt? It's not going to hurt them.
It's not going to hurt them to think like that. It's only going to bring you down. Norma says, too expensive and the coffee is too bitter. I like bitter coffee, kind of, but I get mochas. So it has like the bitter dark chocolate and the bitter coffee. It's kind of my thing. Put some whipped cream in there. That's what I do. Mary says, I am already. Don't be greedy. Not greedy, just letting everyone else know. If you don't want to frequent Starbucks, you can. Oh, there, I heard that. Someone is shooting. We're setting off firecrackers, one or the other. That sounds like a shotgun, though.
Not a shotgun.
Possibly a shotgun.
Make a loud one.
Mm-hmm. Like that. The big shotgun. And usually some of those are like 2 barrels and 2 shots just went off. There's 2 again.
Well, I don't know what they're doing. Target practice.
Yeah, I don't know. We got some new neighbors, y'all. Who knows what's happening over there?
I don't hear the kids anymore.
We stay out of their business. They stay out of ours. No, really, we just haven't met them yet. We're not around very much when they are. Other than doing the live, they seem to be there when we're doing this. Jermaine says, I just got a package from AG. Awesome. Yep, we're still shipping. Still trying to get things out. Marion says, that's dessert, a mocha. That's the normal. That's my normal. That's all the coffee I drink is mochas.
And it's decaf.
Decaf mochas. There's a little bit of caffeine in that decaf and in that chocolate, and it's enough to keep me going without making me crazy. But that's the only coffee I drink, decaf mochas.
Sometimes some weird banana mocha.
Yeah, at Sheets they do a chocolate covered banana mocha, so I do get that sometimes.
I don't like
it. Just has the banana syrup in it along with the chocolate, which is kind of
so fake.
Kind of, yeah,
banana tastes like.
But most banana flavoring tastes fake.
But it tastes like bubble gum.
It just depends who does it.
Like a now and later.
Usually there's not a lot of it, and I'm usually pretty. It doesn't bother me, and I usually have it. I don't like fake tastes, but I do get that sometimes. Jermaine says I don't like Starbucks. I'm a Pete's Coffee girl.
They don't have that here.
They don't have that here. Here it's Abigail's.
You buy it in a bag.
It's Abigail's, our local coffee shop, or Kingfisher, our other local coffee shop, or Starbucks. And oftentimes Abigail's and Kingfisher are closed by the time we want coffee. So if we're going to the grocery store or something, we grab the Starbucks.
Or
Sheets. Sheets is usually where we end up going because it's along the way, both ways, not out of the way. Norma says, yes, mocha is the only way I can drink Starbucks. I like bitter stuff, though. I kind of like the bitter.
And there's burnt taste a little bit.
But I kind of like that. I used to drink more Starbucks in New York. But still, it's a lot of times mochas. I also like during the fall when they do their apple cider, their caramel apple cider drink. And then I saw how they make it. It's literally like Mott's apple juice that they steam in the steamer, and then they put caramel in it.
Sounds good.
I know, it was good, but I was like, I am paying $6 a glass for this. I'm like, I can buy the whole thing of juice for that.
Oh.
I don't have a steamer, but we could heat that up in the microwave. Pete's Coffee is local to the Bay Area, but you can order the beans online. Yeah, they sell the beans in our they sell the beans in our grocery store, but if you're gonna make it yourself, we usually get the Cafe Bustelo for Andrew, the high test espresso, and he makes it in a big pot. It's like a pot of espresso.
Correct.
And
that's necessary.
And that's his coffee for the day.
I don't drink too much of it though.
You drink less than you used to. You used to go down 2 or 3 pots of it.
Now it's just a cup or 2.
Yeah, now you don't even finish a pot much anymore in a day.
I get the heartburn, so that's I don't want to excite it.
Excite the heartburn. Marion says, I've had good Starbucks coffee, but usually from beans ground at home. Yeah, we buy the Cafe Bustelo for Andrew at home. So yeah, we have a lot of lots today. We're going from 36 to 110 off the top of my head. I don't know how many that is.
Did you tell them 80. About how to thank them about the sale?
Thank you for the sale. The sale is over. I fell asleep last night and forgot to turn the sale off.
We watched the Bridgerton and he fell asleep in the middle of the episode.
I know. We got to episode 2. Episode 1's a little hazy. Episode 2, we're going to have to restart because I fell completely asleep.
I don't remember hardly anything that happened from the previous season.
That's normal for me, but I certainly don't.
Because they're like, oh, the uncle. And I was like, what uncle?
I'm like, yeah, who died? Who did what? What happened? Who left what? What will is this? What forgery is this? I don't know. So we, I fell asleep and forgot to turn the cell off. So some people grabbed that cell this morning.
That's good.
So thank you for that. But the sale is now officially over. So thank you, anyone who grabbed something from the sale. We appreciate it. We might, or the next online sale might happen during our grand opening celebration. Maybe. But
I have a road trip sale. I gotta go, and I'm heading down to North Carolina in the beginning of June. So like in a week, maybe 2 weeks. because I'm helping a friend with a project, and I'm going to try to stop and see another friend and drop off some paintings, and also, if I can do it, I'm going to stop by Sawtooth, where I'm going to be teaching in October, and try to get the lay of the land and see what we can actually do, because I don't want to get surprised.
Right.
And I also don't want to bring everything, because I have a tendency to overpack.
Yeah, we both do.
And I don't want to do that, because it's kind of not that great.
So he's got to go do that. So we'll see. And who knows? Who knows what's going to be on sale next time? Since
I'm going to New Jersey too.
Since our forever home is in its forever home, maybe some of that stuff will start hitting the sale. Who knows? But that may not be for a while. So if you want to grab anything, grab something. If you sign up for our text message list, you automatically get a discount. We also have things that sometimes when you place an order with us, there are automations that happen on the text messages. So if you place an order using your phone number and you're on the text message list, sometimes you'll get an extra little discount that's thrown your way for placing an order for your next order. So think about that. If you're only using your email, I don't think that generally happens as much through the email automations, but the text message ones, sometimes joining that text message list, you'll get an extra like 10% off for placing an order on your next order. So if you use your email only to place orders, when you log into your account on allegorygallery.com, you can add your phone number there, and you can have SMS texts and join our text message list, and then sometimes you get extras. They all match up. You got to use the same phone number. You got to match up. So yeah, we have a lot of lots tonight. So we're going to get started because I can feel that I'm going to be tired by the end of this.
Okay, bye.
Andrew says bye.
I'm going to try to fix stuff and come back soon. Oh, Charlie's watching.
Charlie's watching. Hello, Charlie. As we sit over there on Instagram, Andrew's going to try to maybe watch it a little bit if he can. But for the most part, we're streaming on Instagram, but I'm not going to be able to see your comments because we only have it on the computer across the room. I was going to bring my computer in, and then I forgot it. So we're at least streaming there so you can see us. I unfortunately, though, cannot see you. But it'll all be good. It'll all be good. Okay, let me flip this camera around, and we're going to get started. We have all new Czech glass tonight. This is all new to us, all new from us. So hopefully you enjoy it. Are we doing the extra again today, Andrew? I think we're going to do the extra. Yeah, I think we'll do the extra again today. Let me put that banner up. I think I still have that banner. Where did it go? Maybe. If the banner's not here, you don't get it.
Wow.
There we go. 10% off the lots today. So you're going to get an extra 10% off of the price you see if you order within the first 24 hours. If you'd like to purchase from this video, take down the lot number we give you, put it in the subject line of an email, address that email to info@allegorygallery.com, and hit send. Please send a brand new email every time. Do not reply to your old emails to send us a new one. Some people do that and they lose out on everything. So brand new email every time, info@allegorygallery.com. The full thing, info@allegorygallery.com, and put the lot number in the subject line, hit send. Let me flip this around.
You can see what I did. One of the things. If you're on my Instagram, you already saw it.
Da, 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 da.
Take a look. So there is a really famous artist who was very important to the enamel community, and her name is Martha Banyas. Unfortunately, she passed away from cancer, and she donated the contents of her studio to the Metal Museum. And they're going to have an exhibition of her work. And they also wanted to do a commemorative tribute project where they requested artists from all over the world to make a tile that is this big, however this big is.
4x4, I think.
4x4. And so they asked me to do it, and so I did it. So this is a sgraffito technique. And this is 24K, y'all.
24 karat gold.
William, he saw how much the one gold cost.
I said, when did you get that?
I sold a bunch of stuff and I got it. But you get 1 gram. And I was like, this is a do not sneeze situation, because that's
what I said. I had allergies. I was sneezing. And I'm like, do not get close to this.
So that's what I made. We're going to send this off. I'm going to try to make a couple other ones so they can maybe auction it off, and then make money for their studio. They got a new building called Rust Hall, and it's a great big mid-century modern building, and they're outfitting it with a bunch of new classrooms and exhibition spaces.
It's really cool.
It's like a $50 million project.
We got a walkthrough tour.
I know. We got, from the executive director, I was like, we don't have any money, right? I was like, don't you want to save this for like the people who actually can like drop some cash?
They're super nice.
So they showed us, anyway, even though we the broke cousins. Anyway, there you go.
All right. So Sandra said, I saw that. It's lovely with 24K.
Yeah. I'm going to do, if you're on the Patreon, you're going to see the gold experiments.
And it says, love the raven or a crow.
It's got a little bit of a shorter beak.
So it's a crow.
Yeah, but, you know, I'm not going to correct anybody. It all looks the same to me.
Marianne says, oh, the text message bonuses, it reminds you when that bonus discount is about to expire. Yes, it does. It tries to make sure you know. Dennis is not sure if your feed is going to get weird today. Quick and heavy rain in Salzburg. We'll see.
Great.
I lowered the quality, so we're down to 720 instead of 1080. And at 720, we rarely have issues like that. But sometimes when we boost it up to 1080, StreamYard has more issues with it. So we'll see. We'll see. Hello, Teresa. Thank you for joining us.
Charlie asked if you got to see her email.
Yes, I think. I have a...
Did you respond back?
I don't know if I responded back yet. I have everything. I have your package, Charlie. Barb left me a note that she thinks that there's a correction on your one order, which there is. So everything, we've got everything together. Everything will be going out for you very soon.
Also, if you have any questions about stuff, be sure to ask through the email, and then that way there's a paper trail, because we've been so busy lately that...
Yeah, if you're asking on Facebook comments, or you've asked anything recently on the live but didn't follow up with an email, it's gone. It's pretty much gone. So do follow up on an email. I didn't get to emails today because I've been out in the yard all day, and then working on getting this live together. But I will check emails. And I invoiced everybody yesterday. So I think most people got almost everything. There was a few lots that were only one of them. So some people missed out on that maybe, but if you emailed up until about midnight, I think last night, you should have your invoice. And some of y'all have numerous invoices. As many of you may or may not know, we invoice separately for pretty much every event. You get it. We don't combine invoices. So every event we do, you get an invoice. So please check your junk mail, check your spam for invoices from us, because there are a number of you who have multiples out there and you may not realize you have multiples. Sometimes you pay one, but there's like 2 or 3 outstanding. So check those out. Every event gets an invoice.
Yeah, I saw, I was peeking over William's shoulder. I said, what's that red bar? And he said, that's the outstanding invoices.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
It turns red. But the other thing is a lot of you probably woke up to invoices that said that they were overdue, because I did the invoices right before midnight last night. And when the day changes over, it suddenly tells everybody they're overdue. So that's another thing, is if it says it's overdue and you just got it, that's why, because I usually do it before the stroke of midnight. And then
Don't panic.
yeah, don't panic about that.
We're
But
not trying to bully you.
no, it's just the automation, the way it handles it. I just have to set a date, and I always set the date to when received. And when that date goes to the next day, it's overdue. So some of you may wake up to overdue invoices once in a while, if I get them out before midnight, which I don't always, but sometimes I do. Teresa received package today. I loved everything in it. Awesome. Thank you so much. Danette says Lucy's acting weird, like it's going to storm. It's been storming like crazy, right? All over.
Thank you. I've started beading more and got excited to make more and more.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Charlie, one of your things is you were asking about beading wire, and we finally found it, which is I've held one of your orders so I can include it with it. So that's why one of your orders is showing on hold. But anyway, so let's see here. Sandra says I need to join Patreon. Do it. Do it, Sandra. Susan received her package. Awesome things, especially the kitty card. The Astro Kitty baby. Isn't that cool? Danette missed out on one lot. If it was meant to be, it would have been, right? That happens sometimes. Sometimes there's only one. Sometimes that happens. Terry said, yes, the ACO painting is awesome. It's a great addition to my collection. Thank you so much. I'm glad you all like those. Marion says, never panic about the overdue notice. Right. Don't panic, because that's what happens. Cheryl says, as it should be, you're not a Kmart layover department. No, we are not. We cannot. Sometimes we kind of are. If we always say this, if you're having a hard time and you're in a bind, maybe you have a lot of shows coming up and you need supplies for it, but you don't have the funds yet. We're always, if you've been a long time AG Bead fam, supporter and member and part of the family, we can work with you on payment plans. We have multiple ways to do that. Sometimes it comes down to us doing it on our own, but we do sometimes do that. But generally, for the most part, we try not to do that. Sometimes it happens just because we're combining orders so much, and then another order comes in and Barb feels like I can squeeze that into that order. So we have orders kind of on rotation here, but generally, yes, we like to get orders out when we can, and as quickly as we can, and making sure all the invoices are caught up to date and all that really helps. Nancy says that's generous. We try, that's the way we are. We know what it's like. We know what it's like out there. We've been doing this. We've had the store for over 12 years, going on 13 years now, over 13 years soon. And there come times when even we do things like that, when we have to prepare for something and we work with people on things. So we do our best to help you out when we can. And we've done that for a number of people over the years. And if you've been somebody who has been with us for a while and has a good record with us generally, we are not afraid to work with you on things. Now, if you're brand new, you got to spend some time with us. We can't do that if you're brand new. We got to know you. We got to have a relationship with you. Otherwise, there are various things like Affirm on our website and Afterpay on our invoices that you can sign up for. But as far as us working that negotiation out between us, you have to have a relationship with us for a little while. All right. Let's see here. Here we go. Here we go, everybody. We're going to get started. We're going to get started with some Lucerna bicones today. I know there are some of you watching who love, love, love Lucerna bicones. We do too, everybody. And I think many of these that we have here are colors that we don't have in the online store. I don't remember these. And we have a lot, so that's saying a lot. But I believe I'm seeing some of these for the first time in these. So NP36, these are starting at $2. All the prices are per strand. I'm going to be showing you multiples because I didn't want to cut them all apart. I didn't have time for that. So I'm going to show you pretty much, I'm going to show you hanks, which generally have about 12 on them. The number available are here. So if you want, for example, this first grapey colored Lucerna bicone, you might want all 12 of them. And if you do, put NP36 times 12 in that subject line of your email to info@allegorygallery.com and hit send. But here it is. These are these wonderful grapey Lucerna bicones. Only $2 per strand. There are 12 strands here available. Aren't those beautiful? Hello, Suzanne. Thank you for joining us. Nancy says, trust is earned according to my father. That's right, right? For things like that, especially. For things like that. Astro Kitty Baby. Astral Kitty Baby is the ACEO card. Norma says, ooh, pretty color, right? I don't think we have these on our website. I didn't get to check them all, but I'm pretty sure, I don't know. I don't remember having these grapey ones. I could be wrong. But anyway, they're $2 and you get an extra 10% off. So you're getting 20 cents off. It's, you know, the website sale is gone now. So even if you were buying these on the website, you're paying less if you buy them this way. So if you need some grapey Lucerna bicones, and Lucerna bicones, they're all going to be this 5.6 millimeter. It's 5.6, should be 5.6, 5.2, 5.0. Let's see, what am I doing here? Because they're different, they're slightly different sizes, I think, depending on which way they are tilting. So 5.1 to 5.5. And where's my ruler? Oh, excuse me, everybody. Thank you. That hay fever has been getting me today. I said the grass I was mowing was so high it was going to seed, and that's when it gets me. Generally, Lucerna bicones are about 5.5, about 5.75 inches per strand. Marian says, I don't remember these Lucernas. Yeah, I don't know that these purple ones are on the site. So there they are. We have 12 of them available, NP36. I am going to go fairly fast today because we've got a lot to get through. We're going up to 110 today. 110, lot NP 110. So now that we're kind of getting into it, I took a little while on that one for everybody to filter in and kind of, say all the rules and regulations again, but we're going to go a little bit faster through these. NP37, these are definitely not for Marianne, but the rest of you may like these Lucerna bicones. NP37, $2 a strand, 12 strands available. If you have any questions about anything as we go, please let me know. All right, let me know in the comments. When you do ask a question about a certain lot, please don't be like, how big are they? Because I don't know when you're watching. You may be delayed in your watching. Please, in the question, put how big is NP37, for example, and then I can definitely check that out for you. All right, so NP37, Lucerna bicones, $2 a strand, 12 strands available. See, we're going to start going more quickly, everybody, because a lot of these, we're going to get into, like, I did them pretty much in price. They're going to go $2, then $3, then $4, then $5. $5 is the big money tonight. That's the highest we've got. But there are a lot of them in like the $3 category. So some of them are out of order because I didn't see them, but generally we're going to go $2, $3, $4, $5. All right. These are a mix, nice little mix of Lucerna bicones. You get a mix on each one. Each one is a little bit different, but they're a nice mix. There are 12 of these available, NP38. And again, you are getting 10% off all of these prices that you're seeing today. You're going to get 10% off all of them. Marianne says, I may fall asleep. Me too, Marianne. Me too. I'm going to try not to fall asleep on y'all. Marianne says, that's a pretty mix, isn't it? It's a nice mix. It's a nice mix. Next up are these. These are a really pretty color. Really pretty color. Kind of like a very, very kind of light topaz, right? Kind of, maybe light topaz. I don't know what color you would call that. NP39. 12 of them available, $2 each before your 10% discount. Now remember that 10% discount is only for 24 hours. It's only until we start our live tomorrow. By the way, yesterday's 10% off already gone. Already gone, remember? So I tried to put up a lot of notices today on the Facebook page to let people know you got to grab those lots from yesterday before we go live again today. So that 10% is over, but if you claim anything from these tonight, you will get the 10% from these lots. NP40 is this beautiful green. I do not think we've had this one on the website either. Look at that. Oh, this is one of my favorites. This is one of my favorites. I have some favorites tonight. Out of the Lucerna bicones, I'd have to say I think this is one of my favorites on those. Maybe my very favorite on the Lucerna bicones tonight. Because I like green. But maybe your favorite was that light topaz or that mix, right? So NP40, $2 a strand, 12 strands available. See, we're getting right through these. Getting right through these already, right? I'm going to go faster today. Uh-oh, what's Andrew bringing? Uh-oh. Says it's not for you. I thought he was going to show us something. NP41 is this mix of greens and kind of yellows. This is really pretty too. This is another one I like a lot. Very lemon lime. Very lemon lime right here. NP41. These lemon lime colors. 12 strands available. $2 per strand. NP41. Lucerna bicones. Again, anything not sold through this live is going to go into the physical store so that by our grand opening, we have a lot of good stuff in the physical store. So while you can claim these later, it is easier if you can claim them now. Suzanne's getting storms now. Oh no. Oh no. We've got enough storms for a little while here. Ooh, I like these a lot. Okay, so this is a $4 one. I skipped around a little bit. We went from $2 to $4. NP42. We had a bunch of different hearts yesterday. Here are some more hearts. Maybe my favorite out of all the hearts. They have this kind of shampoo effect to them on these, and they're browns, various color browns, kind of bronzy browns and blues. A little bit of that light blue gray in there. Let me show you another one. See that? Beautiful colors. NP42, $4 a strand only. These are approximately 6mm hearts. 12 strands available. These strands are about 7.5 inches, about 7 3/4 actually. What happened? He's working on things, everybody. He's teasing me with them.
If you're on the Patreon, you'll find out.
If you're on the Patreon, he says, you'll find out. I'll have to go look at the Patreon later. Sometimes that's how I find out things too, you know. I got to read the Patreon too, so I know what Andrew got up to. Aren't those pretty though? Sorry, I'm spending a little bit more time on these because I like them so much. NP42, $4 each, 12 lots available.
We have some new people on Instagram. Happy Cats Creations.
Hello, Happy Cats. We like Happy Cats.
Ripabalagalalalu. Ripaglilu. I don't know. Close
closer to find. Thank you all for joining us. NP41 looks like uranium glass. It does. I don't have a black light here to tell you if that would glow or not. It's possible that it does, actually. It's possible that it does. Sometimes those do. All right, next up, NP43 are these little ovals, Czech glass ovals. Let me show you one strand so you can see them in this red with a slightly kind of white-ish stripe. It's not white, but it has that kind of white-ish stripe to it. Let me see if I can get that closer so you can see. Move the whole thing a little closer here. I don't know. But these are really pretty. And these ovals are approximately 6.5 millimeters by 8.5 millimeters. And this is a just about 7 3/4 inch strand. I'm guessing they did this by piece. 5, 10, 15, 20, 23. No, probably not. Who knows? Sometimes they do it by piece, sometimes they do it by size. NP43, $4 a strand only, 12 strands available. And you're getting 10% off everything tonight if you order from this live within 24 hours. Marianne is drooling and sighing at the same time. Drooling and sighing at the same time. All right, everybody. NP44. Yesterday we had these, but in a rainbow. So remember that rainbow one of these that was $5 a strand? Now I have all the individual colors from that rainbow that I'm going to show you. So if you particularly liked the bluer ones or the pinker ones, I'm going to have those now for you. So this is the more yellow. This is that extra metallic on top of the, I just lost the word, Picasso. The extra metallic finish on top of the Picasso. And I think, let me say, yeah, these were 6 millimeter beads, 6 millimeter faceted rounds, Czech glass, 6-inch strands. If you didn't want the whole rainbow, or maybe you want to add to your rainbow by buying the extras, you can do that. NP44, $5 a strand, 10 strands of these available. This is one of the few I don't have 12 of. 10 strands available on that. Those are really pretty. And then I just did all of these together for y'all, so to make it easy. So this is another color in that rainbow. It was kind of a beigey, lighter color. Not quite yellow, a little bit yellow, but lighter than the last one. And this is NP45, $5 a strand, 12 strands available. I love these with that metallic, extra metallic finish on top of that Picasso finish. Very, very nice. NP46. Now, if you like the blues in that rainbow that we have kind of the blue-green. It has the blue with that green-brown Picasso with the extra metallic finish on there. Those are really, really pretty. And again, yesterday, if you missed that show, we had strands like this, but every, I don't know if it was 4 of them or so, was one of these colors that I'm showing you now. And so now you can get the whole strand of colors if you didn't want the mix. Or maybe you got the mix and you liked a particular color on that mix, you can add to it by getting these. NP45, $5. These are all new Czech Glass Bead Strands, new to us, and new to us showing you any of these. We haven't shown these before. So if you're seeing something you like, we hope you'll grab them tonight. Save that extra 10% off while you still can. Ooh, now here's the one I like on that strand. that really stood out to me, it's the kind of red-pink color. NP47. Look at that, a whole strand of those. Metallic finish over a Picasso finish on a 6mm faceted round Czech glass strand. NP47. $5 a strand, 12 strands as you can see here available. Remember, we're doing per strand. Every price is per strand. Per strand. NP47. Aren't those beautiful? They give you that metallic finish on these gives you some other colors in there, which is really pretty. Marianne says, I think the blue is her favorite. Pretty nice. They're all pretty nice. This one's a good one too. NP48. NP48 is kind of the orange peachy part of the rainbow. The orange peachy part. Kind of that peach fuzz color. You have NP48. Peach fuzz with a little extra. There you go. Anne says, hello, William. Once we send an email, do you bill, and how do you send the bill? Through email. Yes, Anne. I know you have a bill out there. We send it through Square Invoices. So search for Square Invoicing or a Square Invoice in your email. I know that there's one outstanding that you have out there because you got something. But we always send the bill through the email through Square for these live shows. Always through Square. It's the only thing we use for the live shows. Suzanne says, that looks like my house paint. This color? That's awesome. That's a great color. So there it is, NP48. Really pretty color. It's peachy, it's orange, it's a little bit pink. You can see some of these have a little bit more pink on them. I don't know if you can see that or if it's just me, but I don't know if you can see it in the camera. We're not streaming it as high quality as we normally do because we have streaming difficulties lately. So we're going down a little bit in quality. Shouldn't be able to tell too much if you're on a phone and stuff. You might on a big screen TV on YouTube, depending on what your TV can handle. NP49. Back to some Lucerna bicones. I told you I jumped around a little bit once in a while because I found some extras here and there that I missed when I was sorting. So these are kind of white, ivory. I'm going to say ivory. Kind of ivory. NP49, $2 a strand only, 12 strands available. NP49. I don't think we have these on the website either. A lot of the Lucernas we got this time, I don't think we have on the website. I don't know how. We have like so many colors, but I don't remember listing those ones. These ones might be on the website. We have a lot of greens, and I feel like these look familiar to me, but again, you're saving 10% now getting them here rather than on the website. So if you haven't gotten these already, check those out. Those are a beautiful limey green. NP50. Angel says, what is the Lucerna bicone? That is the name for this shape in Czech glass. It's called a Lucerna bicone. It's a particular shape. Looks like that. So there you go. That's what a Lucerna bicone is. It's this particular shape. These are generally pretty inexpensive strands that we get. We're able to get them at a good price. $2 a strand only. Cheryl says, the quality looks good on my Kindle. I usually have it running on my desk through YouTube while I work or craft. I'm glad it looks good because we did, like I said, after yesterday's issues, I streamed in a lower quality because they said that that should help. So that's what I'm trying to do, so we don't have the same issues as before. All right, next up, more Lucerna bicones. This time another beautiful mix of Lucerna bicones. It's this mix. It's a green and blue. And as you'll notice, some of these greens, though they look like they're green, they're different shades of green. So you're going to get multiple shades of green on here with that blue. So at a quick glance, it looks like it's all green and blue, but it is. But there are multiple shades of green. Like here, I think there's three different. There's this one, and this one are all three different. So Lucerna bicones, $2 a strand before your 10% off, 12 strands available. It says it seems to be working, no glitches so far. Good. Of course, we're not having any severe weather here either, so let's all knock on the wood, right? NP 52. Remember, we're going to 110 today. We're going to 110 today. We're on 52. We started at 36 if you're just joining us. So if you're just joining us now, you missed a few. You might want to go back and check that out. We're giving really good prices on our Czech Glass today, and you're getting an extra 10% off if you order before tomorrow's live starts, or around 7:30 tomorrow p.m. Eastern Time if our live runs late. But you got about 24 hours. NP52, $2 a strand, 12 strands of this beautiful sky blue Lucerna bicone. Look how beautiful those are. Very nice color. Only $2 a strand. We do sell these generally in the online store for $2 a strand as well. We're not upping the price or anything for these new ones brought in. Same as our old pricing, but you are getting that extra 10% off of these particular colors that we have. The online store sale ended technically last night, but it actually ended this morning when I woke up and remembered to turn off the discount code because I passed out last night. So you can't save in the online store right now, unless, of course, you sign up to our text message list and you get that special discount code for signing up to that. If you'd like to sign up for our text message list, go to our website. At the top of the website, there's a tab called Links. Or it might be, if you're on a phone, it's going to be in the menu bar, in the little hamburger menu, and it's called Links. And there's a link to sign up to our text message list and our email list. So please do sign up to both of those. We send you text messages once in a while, but also our automated text messaging system will sometimes just send out discounts once in a while for you. Or if you leave something in your cart, it'll let you know, hey, you want this? And sometimes it'll give you a discount for those things in your cart. So there you go. There you go. Suzanne says the link also pops up. Yeah, if you go to the website, the link will pop up. But if you're signed into the website, it may not pop up. But if you're brand new, it should pop up unless you've just missed it. You know, it's all that kind of thing. But yes, it should pop up for you. All right, next up are these beautiful faceted rounds with this colored core. Aren't those pretty? These are $3 a strand, colored core, clear glass on the outside. These are approximately 4 3/4, just about 5 inches, 5-inch strands of about 4.5 millimeter faceted rounds. Look how brilliantly bright these yellows are. Isn't that just make your day? That's a sunny day right there. NP 53, 12 strands available, only $3 per strand. $3 a strand. That's a deal. For that Czech glass, imported all the way from the Czech Republic to be sold here for $3. Actually, $2.70 after your discount. Crazy talk. We've lost it here at Allegory Gallery. NP 54. NP 54. No solid colored core this time, just a light pink rose quartz colored crystal Czech glass. It's a little bit more pink than what I'm seeing in the screen. So it does have more of a pink, but that often happens with pinks. We think it's because the blue sapphire lens kind of neutralizes the pink sometimes. But these are really beautiful, really sparkly. Again, just about 5-inch strands. What did we say? 4.5? Yeah. Yeah, 4.5 millimeters. Mary says, closing my eyes for a minute, right? You don't need the pink. You don't need the pink. NP 54. NP 55. NP 55 are these. These kind of peachy colored. These should be the same. Yeah, just about 4.5. They're a little bit over. They're closer to 5 millimeters. And they're less of a round. Although sometimes Czech glass, when it's cut, they still call it a round when it's like that. But these are more of a tubular shape, I'd say. But these are really pretty peachy color. NP 55, $3 a strand only. 12 strands available. If you want more than one, let us know in your email that you want more than one. How are y'all doing? Everybody doing okay? Please remember, hit that like and share. Let people know we're here. I think I shared this into the Design Challenges group. I hope that I did. I tried to remember to do that. I love these. I love these solid core ones. This orange core. So this has the orange. It's pretty orange. It's almost like a coral orange. It's really nice, and it has that clear glass on the outside with that solid colored core on the inside. And look at them all together. They look so juicy, like a little tangerine bite. NP 56, $3 a strand only. Again, these are just about a 5-inch strand and just about 5 millimeters. NP 56. Anybody claiming anything? I can't see. I hope somebody's claiming something. I hope you're liking these. You don't claim anything. 1, we don't make the money. 2, it means you didn't like it. And I like a lot of these, so I hope you're liking them too. Suzanne says I did. Thank you. So NP, that's a P, by the way. And this stands for new product because these are new products to us. NP 57, $3 a strand. These are these little pinkies. It's a slightly different color pink than the other pinks, right? Slightly different. Let me see if I can grab the other ones. So here they are together. This one's lighter. The first one was lighter. NP 57's a little darker. So there you can see the two together. All right. NP 57, $3 a strand. Marianne's resisting today. We'll see if we get you with anything, right? No, I get it. I get it. It's not June yet. I know. I know. We're waiting for June. Suzanne says, nice pinks. Got a few more days. NP 57. NP 58. Teresa's claiming. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. I like to be able to see when people are, sometimes I like to be able to see. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes if people aren't claiming, then I'm just like, nobody wants these. But if I can't see at all, then I get a little bit anxious. Like, am I doing this? Are people claiming anything? It's always like that. NP 58. We like to think the things we pick out people are going to like. And sometimes when people don't like, you get a little bit wondering what you're doing wrong. NP 58, $3 a strand for these beautiful blue. I mean, how can you beat this price? Only $3 a strand, 4.5 millimeters, almost 5. Depends which way the facets are turned. Susan's claim, thank you so much. And these are about 4 3/4 inch strands to 5-inch strands. NP58, look at that sparkle, that Czech glass, all the way from the Czech Republic. All the things tonight are all Czech glass. All Czech glass from the Czech Republic, imported to the US. Ooh. NP59. NP59. Angela said, you sold us too much already. That's when you got to invite your friends, Angela. You're supposed to invite your friends so you can all get things and then share them, right? Keep buying from us, keep supporting, and then share all the stuff with your friends. That works. That's what you're supposed to do. Bring in new people. Make friends. I like to make friends on here too. Now these are definitely more of a salmon-y color. Kind of a salmon, which I love. Love that color. It's a light, I don't know, light coral salmon-y. I don't know what you want to call that. The other one is a little bit more orange. The last one we had kind of like this. NP59, $3 a strand. I just love these colored core ones. I am enamored with these. I don't know if you are or not, but I think they look really nice. I could see these in earrings super easily. They give you that little bit of bling, a little bit of fun. Also, the T-Swift bracelets. These would be a great addition to those. If you know kids making those. Kids. It's even adults too. But if you know anyone making those, these would be a great addition to those. To add a little bit of extra to those. Or also, you know, the whole bright colors is in right now. I know Cheryl did a nice bracelet in some whites and bright colors that I really like seeing. And things like this could go really well in something like that too. NP59, $3 a strand before your 10% discount. The discount will be added automatically to your invoice. You don't have to do anything for it. You don't have to remember a code or anything like that. I will add it directly to your invoice. And there's no such thing as too many beads, too, Angela. Sold too much. There's no such thing as too much. No such thing. All right. Next up, NP60, a very light kind of a lavender amethyst color. Kind of a lavender amethyst. Let's see if I can get the... My screen's looking a little bit gray on those. They're not. They're a beautiful light lavender amethyst color. NP60, $3 a strand. These are all, I'm not doing the sizing on all of them because they're all generally, you know, these are generally cut the same, about 4.5 millimeters, and same size strand, 4 3/4 inches to 5-inch strands. Varian says, you need a large stash. Yes, you do. Whenever you go to make things, you got to have choices. You can't just be pulling from 1 or 2 strands of beads, because then you're barely going to make anything, and you're not going to have all the choices that you need, right? Sometimes you need to have options, and the larger your stash, the better your options, right? It's true. Not always possible, but it is true. NP60. NP61 coming up. Ooh, look at these. I don't even remember these, and I just did these today. Anybody like the Christmas time beads? Green and red. It's never too early for Christmas, I say. I love the holiday season. Christmas is pretty much my favorite holiday. NP61, only $3 a strand. These got the green and the red both in the same bead. Sometimes you see strands, they're green and red, and you don't realize that they're different beads. This is all in the same bead. Suzanne says Halloween is life, right? Yeah, I like Christmas. I do like how I'm coming around more and more to Halloween. I never was a big Halloween fan. I think I get anxiety about picking out a costume and what people are going to think and all that. That's usually where that comes from. But Christmas was always a good time for me. And I'm coming around to Halloween. Coming around to it. NP61. Close your eyes, Marianne. NP62. Pink core. Pink core. Clear on the outside. Pink, solid pink core on the inside. This is that bubblegum pink. This is like the true bubblegum pink. But it's so fun. These are so much fun. Pair this with some white beads. That would be fantastic. They go great with black beads as well. Lots of different colors, but I could see these really fun with white. NP62. Marianne's not really into Christmas anymore. It happens. People go in and out of it. My mom and aunt, they talk about how they're not really into Christmas either. Double bubble pink. Ooh, says Marianne, right? I knew. I told you, close your eyes. I warned you. Next up, NP63 is this bright orange. Now that is orange. Sometimes it's hard to find like orange in beads. Yellow and orange are bead colors I would say are harder to find in general. And so if you need those colors, we've got them tonight. We had some of those yellow core beads. We have some of these orangey beads. We had some of the orangey kind of salmony orange coral kind of core beads. So these are super bright orange. I love them. I love orange. I've always liked orange. I used to have a bright orange fleece that I wore to high school, and I loved that fleece. I don't know whatever happened to that fleece because I didn't wear it out because fleeces like last forever. But I had a bright orange one and I loved it. Hello, Brooke. Thanks for joining us. Marianne says Yule is better 12 days to a month-long celebration. Now that is a Halloween orange, said Susan. Now this orange is also very bright orange, but it has a little bit more of that kind of red or blue tint to it. It's a little darker. Brooke said, I think that shade of orange was called hyacinth. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like hyacinth, maybe. This one has a little bit more kind of that darker red-blue to it. NP64, only $3 a strand, 12 strands available. If you're just tuning in, we're doing Czech Glass today. Lots and lots of Czech Glass. We are on 64. We started on 36. We're on 64. We're going to 110. So we're going to keep moving along. We're going pretty quickly today. You got to keep up. NP64 is closer to hyacinth. I would say that, yes, Marianne. Maybe that's what Brooke meant. Maybe you were ahead of me a little bit. But yes, I would say that's more hyacinth than the other. All right, NP65. Nice, beautiful green. I just love how sparkly and vibrant these colors are. They're like Czech glass crystal. They're like crystals. The other was more tangerine, says Lennis. Hello, Lennis. I would agree. I would agree. Now we're getting more people watching. Or have you all been here and just hiding out? I see the numbers going up slightly, so that's good. So NP65, $3 a strand, 12 strands available. By the way, these sizes are about 5-inch strands if you're just tuning in, and 4.5mm beads. We're on the $3 strands, everybody. So we went from about $2 strands to $3 strands. We're working our way to the $4 and the $5 strands. Although some of them fives have already come up. We're a little out of order here and there, but that's okay. Nobody's perfect. Next up, black. Well, black, brown black. These are kind of brown black. I can't quite tell if they're brown or black. With my table being brown, it might just be the metallic kind of coating on these. But I think, trying to look under all my lights. They have a brownish energy to them, but I think they're black. How about that? They're just a really pretty color. They might be very dark brown. Whatever they are, they're nice. I'm also wearing a red shirt, which is going to throw them off. I think they're a very dark chocolate brown. Very dark chocolate brown. When I hold them up to the one light, they look black, but I think Marius is definitely brownish on her screen. Yeah, I think they're a brown, dark brown, which is really cool. That's another color you don't see very often. NP66. Brooke says that's an interesting color. Sable, says Mary, or says Susan, right? Yeah, it's really pretty. And it does change. Like I said, when I hold it up to this one light, I have like this OT light. They look pretty black. But the further you get from right up directly on that light, they look brown. They get more chocolatey brown. It's really pretty. I can see those with some bone beads or some kind of ivory colored beads. I think that would be amazing. Some beige, some of that beige we had earlier. Ooh, where are they? Now I'm starting to think. Those are them. These. Ooh. So how about those together? Right? Those would be really pretty. These ones were NP45 if you didn't grab those. NP45. Look how nicely those go together. So let me just pull that out too. NP45 mixed together. I think those would go like that beigey color. Oh, those are really nice. Plus it's got that brown Picasso on there. Brings out that brown color really nicely. Brooke says that would go good in a palette of neutrals or earth tones. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. Again, those were NP45 if you like those. They're $5 a strand. We already showed those earlier. This is NP66. Boy, our numbers are fluctuating a lot today. It's very odd. Very odd. We're going way up, way down, way up, way down. Sorry if you're on Instagram, by the way. We have Instagram streaming, but I can't see comments over there. So if you're on Instagram and you're asking questions right now, I'm sorry. I can't see them. It's on the computer across the room. Andrew, every once in a while, is coming over to check on comments on Instagram, but he is working on projects. Marion was tempted and succumbed. See, sometimes that happens. I get tempted and I succumb a lot too, to a lot of things. NP66, check these out. This is a temptation for sure. For sure. NP67, $3 a strand only. Look at how beautiful those are. They got that rainbow flash to them. Stunning, stunning beads. I love this kind of thing. These are about 5 millimeters. And again, about 5-inch strands. Like Boulder Opal, says Susan. Yeah, they are. Look at that gorgeousness. That's just a beautiful bling. But with that amber color to it to subdue it a little. Very pretty. NP67. I can see if we don't sell some of those, there's something wrong. There's something wrong in the world. Because those are beautiful. NP67, NP68 coming up. NP68. Same size style, different color. In this kind of periwinkle. This kind of periwinkle color. NP68. These are so pretty. I'll show you what one strand looks like. They're sold by the strand, $3 a strand. As you can see, we have 12 strands here available. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 strands available. NP68. All right. NP69. Ooh, darker blue, but not too dark. I'm not going too dark on this. Sorry, I gotta get a drink. My mouth is drying out. NP69. $3 a strand. 12 strands available. Beautiful blue. I love these crystally ones. If you love those crystally ones, hit that thumbs up, hit that love button, hit something. Let me know you like those crystals. The Facebook and the YouTube like to see those reactions. They like to see comments. Please comment here. Let us know you're here. If you're just tuning in, let us know that you've joined. We love to chit chat with y'all. It makes me feel like I'm not just talking to myself, which is important when you're behind the screen for hours showing things. It's nice to know you're not by yourself. NP70. This is a very light green. Very light green. Just a little kiss of green in there. Love these two. NP70. Susan says like Prasiolite. I was just about to say that, Susan. I was just about to say it's like Prasiolite. It's Prasiolite. It's one of the lighter ones, right? The lighter greens. Like Prenite's a little bit darker. Some of the other Emerald's definitely darker. But it is like a Prasiolite. NP70. $3 a strand only. Before you're 10% off. Before you're 10% off. Brooke says the light green and light sapphire blue would go well together. Yeah, that's like those. You may have missed it, Brooke, but we had some of the Lucerna bicones in mixes. They're mixed strands, and they had the blue, kind of sapphire blue, and multiple greens like that together on this mixed strand. They do go well together. NP71. Here's some more bling. Look at that. For all of you who like that little extra metallic-y bling on it, here's the green with the metallic. Let me show you one strand so you know what you would get if you claim one of these. NP71. Aren't those pretty? I just love that extra metal, that silvery bling with all those beautiful colors. Like you see mostly the green, but then there's just that little hint, right? That little extra hint. And I will say it's not on all of them. So like this one doesn't have much of it at all. This one doesn't, but this one does. There's a little bit on each one, but some of them have more of that metallic than others. They're really cool. I guess, yeah, there's pretty much a little bit on each one, but sometimes it's just a little bit. It doesn't hit everything hard, which I like. NP71, $3 a string. NP72 is a nice green, but without any of the metallic bling together. Just a nice green kind of crystally glass. NP72. And again, if you're just tuning in, we're looking, these are around 5-inch strands, and these are 4.5mm beads for only $3 a strand. And then you're getting 10% off of that. So that's 30 cents off. So they're $2.70 a strand if you order within the first 24 hours of this video. After the first 24 hours, you can still order from this video if you're watching this then. If you're in the future and you're watching this in the future now, but you don't get the 10% off. But they're still great prices. We want them to be great prices no matter what. Because these are going into the store, the physical store after this. These are not going into the online store right away. They may make their way there at some point, but they are not going to be there right away. So if you do see them now and you want them, I would grab them now. It's the easiest way to get them and the cheapest way to get them. NP73 are these. Another slightly brown. Yeah, they're a little bit brown. These look brown too. I don't know what the difference is now. Where are the other ones? I'll probably never find them. Because everything's going into a pile down here. Here they are. I know there's a slight difference. I believe these ones, the new ones here, are just a tiny bit darker. It looks like under my light. Not by much. I'm going to say not by much, everybody. But just a slightly bit darker. And let me, my screen just changed colors. So that means it's 9 o'clock. More AB coating. There might be more of a coating. It might be right there in the end. There might be more of a metallic coating on these ones too, which might be why they look a little bit darker. Yeah, there's more of a flash, I would say, on these ones. So the metallic coating, I think, is a little bit darker, a little bit heavier, more flashy than the other one, which makes them look to me a little bit darker. But I'm also not in sunlight, everybody, so I wish I were. Anyway, these are really pretty too. NP73. Good neutral color. NP74. I love this color. It's kind of like an olivey green. Nice transparent, but like kind of an olivey green. Lena says those look more dark gray and dark brown. Yeah, it's their difference is slight. Like I said, I wish I had sunlight so I could really see the colors together on those. But this is NP74. It's kind of that transparent kind of olive color. I'm going to call it olive. It's a green with some gray in it. And I love it. I hate olives, but I love this color. And it does pretty. I think they're pretty. They have that kind of ambery yellow kind of reflection in there. Just love it. NP 74. NP 75. Let's see, lots of nice neutrals. There are lots of nice neutrals, right? I hope you all are claiming them because sometimes it's hard to find neutrals that go with a lot of things. And I think a lot of these colors do go with a lot of things. Neutrals are not always easy to find. NP 75. So I hope you're all making some good claims out there. I will work hard to get the invoices out tonight. We also have to make some dinner. So we'll see what time the invoices go out. And as I was saying earlier, we were talking about this. Sometimes the invoices go out. If they go out just before midnight, you may wake up to an invoice that says it's overdue, even though you just got it. That's because our invoicing system goes by the timestamp. And I always send out invoices due on the day that they arrive. And sometimes you'll wake up to an invoice because I invoice in the middle of the night. But if I invoice before midnight, you'll wake up to something that's saying it's already overdue. So don't ever worry about that. It's just the way the system works. Also, the system sends out reminders. A lot of people are like, I know I have an invoice. I need a few days to pay on it or whatever. And I can't stop the reminders. The system does that automatically. So if you do get multiple reminders and you've already talked to us about it, usually if you talk to us about it, I will tell you just ignore the reminders because they're going to come anyway. That's NP 57 or NP 75. Suzanne had ravioli for dinner. That sounds delicious. We're going to be making stir fry tonight of some sort. Lo mein, stir fry, some kind of thing. But we're using egg noodles instead of lo mein noodles. And we'll see how that goes because we both love lo mein, but we also both love egg noodles. And they had lo mein noodles at the grocery store, but we're like, let's go with egg noodles and see how it works. All right, I got to get my other box. Brooke says, you seem to work late often. Are you a night owl by nature? Yes, both Andrew and I are, which sometimes works out really well. And sometimes we're both kind of needing our time to work alone. And we don't have that morning night kind of routine that some people have. But yes, we are both night owls by nature. Sorry about that. I'm getting myself readjusted here. I've always been a night owl. My mom is a night owl. Although as she has retired now and she is up early with the grandkids, she's a little bit less of one, I think. But she used to work the night shift. And when I was a kid, I would stay up watching The Twilight Zone and Alfred Hitchcock and wait for her to come home from her night shift job. So I've always been a night owl, and my parents were very much okay with that. I never had a strict bedtime. And I think it's because my mom was a night owl. My dad was more of a morning person, but he still stayed up pretty late too. So my brother and I never had a real strict bedtime growing up. My parents would sometimes say, okay, it's probably time for bed now. You need to get, because they knew, but as long as we could get up in the morning for school, they really did not have an issue with us staying up however late we wanted for the most part. As long as our homework was done, and as long as we got good grades, we didn't really have a bedtime growing up. So I got very used to being a night person Although now it's sometimes hard as an adult because the world is not built for night people. If any of you are night people, you know that for sure. These are 3mm faceted rounds. These strands are approximately 6-inch strands, and these are just nice Picasso finished 3mm faceted rounds in Czech glass. This is a beautiful color green, NP76, only $3 a strand. Susan says, we had scrambled eggs, tater tots, and soy bacon for our big meal today. That sounds good. I love breakfast for dinner, and I meant to buy, that reminds me, I meant to buy eggs today, and I forgot the eggs. I walked by the eggs like 3 times, kept forgetting to buy them. It wasn't on my list. I just thought I needed it. Marion says, no strict bedtime either. 2 a.m. reading sessions sometimes happened. Yeah, I was always up until... the TV played the national anthem and went to a blank screen. That's pretty much when I went to bed. That was pretty much my life. And a lot of times we'd be playing video games up until that point because our homework was done. And our parents, like I said, as long as we got up for school, sometimes it was rough getting up, and they knew, if it's rough getting up, you're going to go to bed earlier the next night. But yeah. Suzanne says, we are trying to become vegetarian. That's nice, I think. Welcome to the vegetarian world. These are really pretty. These are a green blue. They give you that kind of gray color too, green, blue, gray. NP77, $3 a strand, 12 strands available. Yeah, we are vegetarians. We've been vegetarians for years. I like it. I do sometimes still miss a good steak. I will 100% say that. I used to love like steak tartare and tuna tartare, things like that. I miss those. I used to eat my steaks pretty rare. I kind of miss that. I miss sushi. There are some vegetarian sushis, of course, but I do miss sushi sometimes. But for me, and the way I think, for me, it's a better way for me to be. Now, whether it's as healthy, I don't know. I do try to get blood tests every once in a while to make sure all my levels are in check. I have to go for one here in the near future to check on stuff. Just got to make time to do that. But, I think it's a good thing. Brooke says, I like that green. Susan says, I hate when I forget stuff on my list. Yeah, I didn't even have the eggs on my list. That was the problem. I just thought about needing them. And Andrew sent me a recipe. So I was following the recipe to buy things instead of using the shopping list that we make. We have a shared shopping list that he can add to, or I can add to, or we can ask Siri to add to. And when it's on the list, I can check it off, right? When it's on the list, I can check it off. But if it's on like a recipe, like he sent me a picture of a recipe, that's harder to just check off. So I sometimes forget things that way, and I can't add to it as easily. So I miss the eggs. Let's see. Those look like agate or jasper. Nice, right? These are really pretty. I love these little ones. I am enamored with these. These are a purple and a brown. Kind of like a pastel purple with that brown Picasso. In my screen, they look a little bit blue. They are definitely purple in person. If they're looking blue on your screen, they're definitely purple in person. Teresa's been a vegetarian for 27 years. Nice. Marion says, I don't usually have a list except in my head. Do hate not getting the one thing that I really need, though. Yep. Again, I went in there today. I got what I needed technically, but I also, I talk about it a lot. I get juice, and I fill my juice bottle with mostly water and add a little bit of juice. And I'm out of juice, and I forgot to get juice. So on the way here, we had to stop at the Dollar General after I went grocery shopping already to pick up some juice. Susan says, we're long-term vegetarians as well. That's good. think it's good. As a young person, I never would have seen myself as a vegetarian. I was like one of those, I'm going to eat meat. I'm going to eat all the meat. I used to love steak and potatoes, one of my favorite meals, a steak and a baked potato. But as I got older, I just couldn't justify it anymore. Next up are these. These are really pretty. Again, these are 3mm faceted rounds in Czech glass. Brooke says, I always seem like I forget at least one thing. I know, isn't that the way? Suzanne says, still love baked potatoes. Me too. Baked potatoes are one of my very favorite things to eat. We don't eat them very often because we don't have a toaster oven or an air fryer or anything like that. We just have the big oven. And so we have to turn on the big oven if we're doing a real baked potato. Sometimes I microwave them, and they're still pretty good. And I eat them that way because I do love I love potatoes. Pretty much done almost any way. I love potatoes. Suzanne's looking for a vegan butter. That's one thing that's harder, but they're out there. There's one brand that we were using, and I forget the name. The thing with vegan butter is, for the most part, it's oil. It's what do they call it? Margarine. That's what it is for the most part. Now you can get it made out of cashews and stuff, but it's still pretty much an oil. And so it's a little bit, I don't know, but they taste good. And there was one brand, we were watching a show, and there was this one woman, she does a really good brand of them. And now I'll have to see if I can figure out the name again. As soon as the earth balance is pretty good. Brooke's loving all these opaque Picasso beads, right? Aren't they good? And so cheap. Really. These are really cheap. Not cheaply made, just inexpensive, right? They're not cheap beads. They're just we've made them inexpensive. They're a good deal. Baked potatoes take so long to cook, I don't want to bother with just making one or two, so I make extra to warm up the next day, says Brooke. Yeah, I know, right? I do them in the microwave, though. I have to say I cheat a lot on them, and then it's only like 5 minutes in the microwave. Poke some holes in it, throw some salt and pepper with some oil around it, and they come out pretty good. Pretty good, because I do like to eat the skins, too. So I like when the skins get a little bit soft. Like, I don't necessarily like a crunchy skin. I like a soft kind of skin of my baked potato. And it's a weird texture it gets, but I love it. And the microwave does a pretty good job of it. These are kind of a peachy, pinky orange color. Got some of those corals in there. NP80. Brooke said they would be a good low-cost substitute for stone beads. Absolutely. Spacers, stone beads, mix and match in there. $3 a strand. That's a dang good deal. Susan likes scrunchy baked potato skins. I like them. I know some people really like them. But I like when the skins get they get soft and they almost get, it's weird. I'm going to say rubbery. When you chew on them and they're like a little bit chewy on the skin. I know a lot of people probably hate that, but I love that slightly chewy texture on the outside of the baked potato skin when it's really nice and salty and peppery. Oh, I love it. It's got that good texture to it. So these are more of a beige with the Picasso. So this is a very good neutral here. NP81. I could see these going really well with like pearls. If you mixed and matched these with some pearls, use them as spacers in between pearls, I think these would be really pretty because they have this kind of pearlescent kind of look to them. Marion says a fire baked potato is awesome though. Like in the fire, I haven't done that in a long time. Even though we have fires here, we should do that. I should make some potatoes. Trey says, I microwave my baked potatoes to start, then throw them in the oven for a few minutes. Yeah, I've heard of that too. I've just never actually done that. Once they're in the microwave, they stay in the microwave. Or if they're in the oven, I just put them in the oven. Depends what I'm doing, how much time we have. If the baked potato is going to be like my meal for the night, it's usually in the microwave. But if it's something that I'm just doing as like a snack or something, sometimes I'll do them in the oven when I have more time. But if I'm like hungry, it's going in the microwave. That's just, even though it's not really that long in the oven, really, when you think about it. It just takes a while to heat up the oven. When you don't have like an air fryer or a toaster oven. Now, when I had a toaster oven, I made them in the toaster oven, and that was easier. You don't have to wait for the whole oven to heat up. NP82. These are a little bit more of a yellow with Picasso. Sue says, my dad used to throw potatoes on the grill and they were so delicious. Yeah, you wrap them up in aluminum foil and you throw in some oil in there and some seasoning, whether it's just salt and pepper or you throw in some other spices in there and pack them all up in that aluminum foil, wrap them up good and throw them on the grill. That's some good times. Throw some butter in there so that it gets in there all good. Cut them up a little bit already. Marion says the toaster oven gets a lot of use here. Yeah, I miss a toaster oven. I don't know. We have toaster ovens for polymer clay. We don't have toaster ovens for food. I want to get an air fryer. My mom got an air fryer that's also a toaster oven, or like a convection oven. It's an air fryer and convection oven. And it's the countertop one, and I love it. And I want to get one of those so that we can do all that air frying stuff that people are talking about, or we're talking about. We've missed that fad, I think, but I still think it's a good idea. Here's that pink color that I love. I love this slightly magenta pink. It's like a berry pink because of that Picasso. Susan says, I wish I had room for an air fryer. I know, right? Hello, Amy. Amy says the Ninja, and it flips up to save space. Nice. That's a good idea too. I love this berry one. This color. We have this in the larger ones. I think they were the 6 millimeters. And we have them in these 3 millimeters. NP83, $3 a strand, 12 strands available. Brooks is such unique colors. Yeah, we got some good colors, didn't we? I think so. That's why, like, I can't see if anybody's claiming any of these, but I think we got really good colors and really great deals on these. So I hope that they're selling, because I'd be bummed out if I go over there and there's like 2 of them sold tonight, because I think we did a good job with our choices. Terry says we had grilled baked potatoes with spinach and artichoke hearts mixed in. That's delicious. I like artichokes. Now we're moving on to some pinch beads. So if you don't know what a pinch bead is, pinch beads are these beads. They're 3-sided. It looks like somebody went like that to them, right? Like you took that piece of glass, went and squished it down like that. So these are called pinch beads. And these pinch beads are generally around 3.5 millimeters. And these strands, these are going to be for the future here too, are about 7.5 to 7.75, about 7.75 inches, almost 8 inches strands, almost 8-inch strands. All right, and this is the first color of these that we have. Only $3 a strand for these long strands, and you're getting 10% off of that price today. So NP 84. Susan says that sounds yummy. Teresa, I know, right? Suzanne says yum, artichokes. I know. I love a good like a pickled artichoke. Is it pickled artichoke hearts? Love those. Used to eat those right from a can or a jar. They usually come in a jar. There's some beautiful colors in these too. Like we've had pinch beads before, but these are like, some of these are colors I've not seen in pinch beads. Like, look how beautiful these are. These have the Picasso finish. It's that dark amber brown, and that Picasso finish is kind of like that blue. They do that blue. I don't know if you've seen that before. We've had seed beads like this that are the dark brown with like kind of a blue Picasso. So that's what these have. They're that ambery brown glass with like a slightly blue and gray Picasso finish on it. If you've gotten these seed beads before, these should match those seed beads really well. If you're doing something, you want those as spacers in between. NP85. NP86. We're on NP86. We're going to NP110 tonight. 110. So I hope you're all staying awake, staying tuned in to us here today. Usually we go longer than this anyway, so you know, this is not abnormally long. Look at these though. These are pretty abnormal for pinch beads. Normally pinch beads that we've had before are mostly a solid color. They're just one color, and there's nothing wrong with that. Some of these are going to be one color, but I love seeing the pinch beads more decorative. I really like this. I'm like, is this the return of the pinch beads? Are they coming back around again, but in a more special way? Check that out. It's got that metallic finish on it, give you that beautiful flash of color. You got some gold and blue in there, a little bit of green happening on that beautiful red, garnety red glass. NP86, only $3 a strand, 12 strands available. NP87. Whoo-wee. These are nice. Look at these. Let me show you one because I think it's easier to see. These are a green blue. They're a green blue glass. There's some green in that glass, some blue in that glass, and then they've got a metallic AB on top. I told you, these are some spectacular pinch beads. I've known pinch beads to be pretty plain. These are anything but plain. Look at those. NP87. $3 a strand. 12 strands available. Again, just to let y'all know, these are not going to go into the online store. So if you're thinking, oh, I'll just wait and look at them in the online store and get them there, they are not going there. All of these items are going to go into the physical store to help boost up the stock for the physical store for our grand reopening. We already opened this weekend in Johnstown. That was our soft opening. But we're having a grand reopening celebration on Saturday, June 29th. In Johnstown. Hopefully some of y'all can make it if you're close enough or you want to make the trip. It's going to be the grand reopening of the forever home of Allegory Gallery. We're hoping to have some live entertainment there, some music. We're going to put a tent outside and hopefully have some crafting outside in the tent and hang out outside. So we've got a lot to do. So hopefully y'all are buying some stuff so we have some money to do it with. That'd be great. Otherwise, it's going to be more shoestring budget stuff, but that's okay too. We'll get it done. But hopefully some of y'all can come. Linus is like seaweed in sunlit water. Yeah, that is good. That blue-green, that flash. This is NP88. This is a clear with a silver finish. It's almost kind of like that mercury finish, mercury glass finish. These, it gives you that kind of old look, right? That old mirror look. I love these. NP88, only $3 a strand, everybody. You can't go wrong. And really, you're getting 10% off, so they're $2.70 a strand. $2.70 a strand. Think of what all you can do for that $2.70. Whether you incorporate them, you could just make a bracelet. You could turn that directly into a bracelet. That would fit me, and I'd have beads left to spare. Trying to get it around, I can't do it with my camera in the way. But I would have beads to spare, and you could sell that bracelet at a show for more than that if you wanted to. You could use some of them for earrings, use some of them in a necklace. $2.70 after the discount. What? Crazy. How do we get good prices like that? We work with the same trusted vendors, that's how. We build relationships, just like we build our relationship with you, our community out there. We build relationship with vendors too, so that we can get good pricing. Even though we're a small bead store, sometimes we get some really fantastic pricing. So this is a lot. Look at that. This is a lot. There's a blue metallic coating over top of this kind of root beer, this multiple amber colored glass. So it's a light and dark. I actually think it's a light glass. It looks to me like it's a lighter glass with a Picasso brown finish with a blue metallic on top of that. That's what I think these are. That's how I think they've done this. So it's a light brown glass with a Picasso brown finish. It gives it that little bit of extra dark in places, and then they do the blue metallic. Isn't that unusual? For pinch beads especially. Pinch beads, really pretty. NP 89, $3 a strand. Only 12 strands available. Suzanne loves 89. Me too, Suzanne. It's like my thing. You know I love that brown. That brown on brown. Love it. Add that blue. It's just a little extra bit of fabulousness there. Oh, now I have to see something. Okay, these ones. These ones are very similar. I'm going to say they're so similar that I am going to skip them because I think they're exactly the same. Just so you can see. I had these. This is MP90 originally. But it's this silver one again. And I'm going to pull out MP88 just so I can see. We're going to look at it. I think they're the same. Yes, they are. And some of this glass, just so you know, some of this glass on these, on both of these, is like a purple, which makes it, you can really see it like right there. So MP88, MP90, I'm going to say the same. So similar, if different, that I'm not seeing a difference. I think you just got too heavy. You can claim either one if you like those, but I'm pretty sure they're the same. Okay. NP91, definitely different. Definitely different than anything we've had so far are these black black and the gold or bronzy color in the pinch beads. MP91. Marion says not quite the same, but pretty close. Yeah, they're so close that I would feel a little bit guilty telling people they're different if you're going to buy both. I can't see a difference really in this light, other than one, maybe the coating is a little bit more solid than the other. One might be a little bit more mercury-like, while one's a little bit more solid in the coating. But if I bought both of those thinking they were going to be different, I might not be happy. Lena says, one looked clear in silver, the other looked pale purple in silver. There was purple in both. That's what I thought at first too. That's why I had to really take them out of the bag. But they both had some purple in the strands. Not all of them. Some were clear, but they definitely both had clear and both had purple. So that's why I would feel bad doing that. If you want one of each, feel free. But I think they're pretty close. NP91, these are nice. I like these. $3 a strand. 12 strands available. It's like the theme of tonight. 12 strands available. $3 a strand, 12 strands available. These are one of my favorites of the night as well. I have a few favorites. I was telling you that. These are one of my favorites. That finish is reflecting your red shirt. Yes, it is. Those black and gold. Look at these. Look at that. I think these are beautiful. They're kind of like an opal, like that, like opalite, but clear. And they have that beautiful light blue and a little bit of that, almost sometimes like a pre-night green when it gets into the yellow, like when pre-night's a little bit more yellow, or prasiolite. It's kind of like, yeah, like prasiolite mixed with the, like an aquamarine. Just, I love this strand. It's so aquatic to me. Like, I just think it's, oh, nice. Barrelish, says Marianne, right? It is. It's full of beryl. It looks like beryl to me, too. Very, very aquatic. I love it. NP92. I'll be surprised if that one doesn't sell. At least some of them. But sometimes people don't like the same things as me, right? That's what makes the world go round. NP93. These are lovely too. NP93. So I think these are like those other ones, but without the blue. Without that blue extra coating. They're the light amber with the darker Picasso finish, but they don't have the blue flash metallic added to them. So if you're like, that blue metallic is a bit much for me, but I like the rest of it, this is kind of like the rest of it. NP93. And they're pinch beads. Like, pinch beads usually get the short end of the stick, and I think these are pretty fabulous. NP93. But hey, maybe you really liked that metallic blue, and you loved it so much that you're like, I want more metallic blue. And here you go. Black and blue. Got lots of that metallic blue flash in there on the black pinch bead. NP94. $3 a strand. I'm showing you all 12 strands at once that are available. Let me show you an individual strand so you can kind of see if you order one what you're getting. See that metallic blue finish on one of those 3 sides. That's often what they do. You'll see it on one of the sides. NP94. All right, here are some Lucerna bicones that I missed originally. So we're on NP95 down to $2 again. Are these Lucerna bicones? These look like strawberries and cream to me, right? Maybe cherries and cream. Strawberries and cream? Cherries and cream? So there are 12 strands of these available. They're $2 a strand, NP95. Lucerna bicones. We had a bunch of Lucerna bicones earlier. If you're just seeing those, we had a bunch of them and you like Lucerna bicones, check that out. They were all $2 a strand only. Now we're getting up into the $4 a strand. $4 a strand. These are pretty cool too. These are a shape that I do not see very often. I don't know if I've ever really seen this shape or if we've brought this into the store before. Sorry, I'm readjusting so my legs don't fall asleep here too much. Here they are. You're like, what is that? Well, these are little squares that are drilled at the top. They're like little flags, but they're in this opalescent. They have that AB finish on the clear glass. So each strand of these are about 4¼ inch strands, and each one of these little flags is about 6 millimeters. This is all of them together. We have 12 strands available. But look at those. Aren't those cute? So there's what they look like. Just like little flags. And they have the AB finish on the clear, which gives them that extra little bit of flash. So that's NP96. That's kind of a new one to me. Only $4 a strand, 12 strands available. And if you like those, we're going to have a few more coming. Another few more coming out. Hope you like these. We really like them. We got a few of them. All right. Next, NP97. Same kind of thing, but these are mostly a frosted. Not frosted. They're not like matte, but they're more like an opalite. They're not clear, more opaque. There's a few clear ones in each one, as you can see, but mostly they're kind of like an opalite. I like these a lot. I think these are a lot of fun. This is NP97, 12 strands available, $4 each. Of course, you're getting 10% off, so they come down to what? 40 cents off, $3.60 only a strand. $3.60 a strand. Crazy talk. Now, are these my favorite ones of these? This is kind of like the dark rainbow ones. So this is like a smoky quartz colored glass with an AB finish. Look how good those look. Don't they just, they look juicy. They look opulent, I think. NP 98. I just love how they're slightly rounded, right? So they kind of give you that magnification that glass does when you get those rounded corners. So it just adds to the dimension of each of those. It gives them more, it's almost like they're bigger than they really are. Beautiful. NP 98. 12 strands available, $4 a strand. And then we have NP 99. These are a little bit lighter. And they don't have as much of that AB to them. But they are very similar to the last ones. But I think you can see there's less of that colorful flash in these ones. NP 99. Love these. Okay. Suzanne's is such a cool shape, right? And that is the end of that shape. So those are all the ones we have in that shape. I love that shape. I think it's really cool. I can't wait to see what, I hope some people got them because I can't wait to see what you do with that shape, honestly. Next up, NP 100. These are little saucers. And they are 6 millimeters. 6 millimeter saucers, 4.5 inch strands in this opaque red. They look like little coils, right? They are these little saucers, $4 a strand, 12 strands available. I feel like you don't see this shape very much either, especially in Czech glass. NP 100. Okay, everybody, we've got 10 more to go. Y'all hanging in there? NP 101. We've now hit the $5 strands, everybody. We've now hit the $5 strands. These are the ovals like we had before. We had these in kind of that red. These are in a clear, slightly clear, with an AB finish. They're kind of, they have a little bit of yellow, but I think that's the AB finish on them. I believe they're clear with an AB. Look how pretty. Look how pretty. They look like water drops reflecting sunlight, right? So about 8.5 millimeters or so, 8.3 millimeters, and these are 8-inch strands. $5 a strand. Boy, they look like large dewdrops, large raindrops reflecting all those beautiful rainbows. That AB finish. NP 101. NP 102. Check those out. I think they do these with a laser finish. I'm pretty sure. Check those out. Those are beautiful. I think these are a little bit smaller. Eight and a half millimeters. Maybe they're not smaller. They just look like it because of the color. 8-inch strands. Beautiful color, beautiful shape. These ovals. $5 a strand. 12 strands available. Remember, you're getting 10% off, so that brings it down to $4.50 a strand if you're watching live or within the first 24 hours. Susan's having trouble deciding. I had a feeling you might pop up for those. I know you like that finish. NP 103. NP 103 are these. Suzanne says, so many good beads tonight, right? We were going to break it down into a few more days, but these also have that. I'm not sure if they're laser done or if that's a kind of coating finish. To be 100% honest, but these have it too. Same as those brown ones. These yellow, kind of light amber. We have the dark amber and the light amber with that AB. Marion says, one of each for Susan, the laughing face, right? I will be happy to send one of each. All right. So these, I feel like these ones are smaller. Those ones were 8.5, right? These are 6.5. 6.5 millimeters. And they should still be, I think, 8-inch. I feel like an 8-inch strand still. Yes, 8-inch strand. MP 103. But look how beautifully sunny those are. Oh, love it, love it, love it. MP 103. Whoa. Oops. Sorry, everybody. That was 103. Where's my 103? 104 got lost. There it is. NP 104. Who wants some flowers? Do you want some flowers? So these are flowers. They look like that. And it's a whole strand of these beautiful flowers. Let me try and get you a size on these, an approximate size. They're about 8 millimeter flowers. They're thinner, right? And each strand is about 5 inches. There are 12 strands available at $5 a strand. Multicolor red flowers. $104 is center drilled. Yes, Suzanne. You're drilled right through that center. There you go. MP 104, $5 a strand. $5 a strand only. 12 strands available. Okay, where's 105 now? Okay, NP 105. These are also littler flowers. So this is a just over, this is about close to a 6.5-inch strand. And these are about 6 millimeters. Red. These are all the same color, red. But these are little red flowers. They're mostly the same color. They do have, I feel like some are a little bit darker, but I think that's just the way that they're sitting on the strand. They get darker when you turn them depending on how those petals hit the light. NP 105. We're down to 5 left only, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us, those of you who've made it to the end here. If you're on Instagram, I'm sorry that I'm not able to see your comments, but hopefully you've all been good over there and everything is great for y'all. NP 106. These are like the fire polished Picasso strands, and these are 4 millimeter beads, and these are 8-inch strands. $5 a strand. This is that green, gray, blue Picasso fire polished bead. 12 strands available. NP 106, $5 a strand. NP 107. There's some really good colors coming up, y'all. Really beautiful colors. Here's NP 107. Some of these are the same colors as those other ones we've had in like the 6 millimeter size. If you're looking to match, I think we had this yellow in the 6 millimeter size. This time it's in the 4 millimeter and a longer strand. $5 a strand. There is lotto odds, be kind, right? I hope so. I want you all to win the lottery, because if you all win the lottery, that's like us winning the lottery. I know it. I know it. We'll share that wealth, right? Just like if we win the lottery, I'll start sending out some nice packages to all of our diehard followers out there. NP 108. This is that slightly orangey color. Love this. Such a pretty, pretty color. Bronzy, orangey. NP 108, $5 a strand, 12 strands available. You get 10% off that price, which brings that down to $4.50 a strand only. NP 109. Here's that kind of blue, that purpley green purpley green, purpley green. Again, this is the one that kind of maybe looks blue on the screen a little bit. It's definitely a purpley color in person. NP 109, 12 8-inch strands available of these 4mm fire polished Czech glass. $5 a strand. And whew, the last one tonight, y'all, coming up. The last one tonight, NP 110. I don't know, did I save one of the best for last? You tell me. It's this kind of pewter-like opal gorgeousness. I don't know if you're seeing that. It looks better in person than I feel like on my screen, but my screen is also very small. But it's like a pewter with an opaly kind of blue, gray. Just a really nice, beautiful color. Suzanne says they would go with would they go with pearls? These, yes. I think these would go very well with pearls. I would love to see these with pearls, actually. Do I have pearls sitting here? Let me see if I have pearls in my miscellaneous box over here. I don't know if I do. No pearls in my miscellaneous box, but I think they would go really well with pearls. You have to play with them to find out, but I think I would definitely try it for sure. I feel like I should have pearls all the time around me. I don't know why I don't. But look how beautiful. Put those with some gray pearls. Oh, okay, that's NP110. And that is the final lot of this evening, everybody. What'd you think? What do you think of that show? Let me flip the camera around real quick. I'm not going to take too long saying goodbye, but I like to flip the camera around when I do that usually. Whew. So that was quite the show, wasn't it? I hope you enjoyed that. What'd y'all think? Did you find some good stuff? I hope I have some claims over there. I know a few people said they were claiming. So hopefully we have some claims, and I'll be going through and invoicing. Marion says, oh yes, gray pearls would be awesome with 110. I think so too. So yeah, I hope you liked that. I hope you liked that show. I know it was a longer one. Susan says, wonderful stuff. Good night, everyone. That's what I'm saying. My throat is starting to get raspy. So I'm going to say a quick good night as well. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you for all of you who grabbed something tonight or requested something tonight. Even if you're watching and you're not able to right now, we get it. Please, though, hit the share, help us out and share our lives so that if you can't grab anything, there might be somebody out there who can. Most of this money that we're trying to raise goes to pay our mortgage, but also is going to, we're going to portion anything we can out to help with the grand opening celebration of Allegory Gallery Johnstown. We did a soft opening this weekend, but the grand opening is on June 29th. That's a Saturday. Feel free to come visit us if you can and hang out with us. We're going to have hopefully live music and some outdoor crafts under tents and things like that. So we're trying to make it a big celebration. So anything you can do to help with that, whether it's sharing, whether it's, literally telling your friends, tagging them in posts, telling them to come and look at our stuff, sending them things from our website or sending them links to our videos, whatever helps, we would appreciate that very much. And we thank you all so much again for hanging out with us. I know it was a longer one today. Not really. It's about on par with the rest of them, but it was a lot of product. And we thank you for hanging out and watching and keeping me company and commenting while so I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. All right. So thank you all so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. I will be at my pottery class tomorrow, so Andrew will be here with the live. I don't know what he has planned. I asked him if he wanted to save some of this for tomorrow, and he says, no, we're going to do something else. So I don't know what it'll be, but he'll have something for you tomorrow. And I'll probably join in at the end, as I usually do when I get back from my class. So thank you all so much for tuning in. And I think Andrew's here to say a quick goodbye. So
See ya.
Have a great one, everyone. Bye now.